Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. I know yesterday was quite dreary out there. We were expecting some kind of storm. Looks like we didn't really get that much snow, though.
No, and certainly on Friday when we did the morning show, I was kind of seeing things trending down quite a bit.
Right.
We talked about maybe a dusting to an isolated inch. We didn't even get the dusting. They did west of I-95, but we did see that cold air blast in behind the rain, and that has set us up for some icy spots this morning. And fortunately, no major issues with snow. We're going to be talking about another potential chance the upcoming weekend. I'll dig into that. In the short term, icy spots, those of you that are working on this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, there may be a little black ice around this morning, and a lot of ice on the vehicles. A lot of work to be done on the car before you can drive this morning.
I know. We were talking about it this morning, how just had like a sheet of ice on top of our cars. Had to get the good old scraper out, had to, pull a little bit on those door handles to get into the car. I wasn't expecting it, but, with the cold, it makes sense.
Yeah, and certainly, we thought we might get some slick spots during the overnight, which we have. But it was more like almost like a freezing rain event, where the rain comes and freezes on contact. That's not what happened, but the cold air came in so fast as that rain was exiting that we got that glaze of ice, like a shell on my car and your car, and a lot of you as well. Everything coated in that thin layer this morning. So a little work to be done, yanking the door open, defrosting the glass before you can drive this morning. Factor that in. If you do have to go out and work this morning, be ready to do a little work on the car.
Yeah, absolutely. And if anyone's heading out to any kind of events honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. today, same goes for you. Be careful on the roads there. We do have a story, though. There were a lot of events happening this weekend across Eastern Carolina, including one in Washington. A church there celebrated his life and legacy through a service last night. So let's just take a look at how everything went there.
A service and celebration filled Spring Garden Missionary Baptist Church on Sunday evening in memoriam of Martin Luther King Jr., put on by the church and Beaufort County NAACP.
I feel like it's something that not a lot of people talk about, the idea of not just remembering Martin Luther King, but remembering that it didn't end with him, that we're not just supposed to know about the dream, we're supposed to live the dream.
The theme and message of the service was pursuing the dream and keeping hope alive.
It's important for our community. It's important for us to be connected. It's important to know, for everyone to know the history of Martin Luther King and what he stood for and how he helped us to progress through this time.
And the theme in action is what Reverend Dr. Aaron Lewis hopes people take with them.
And I realized the dream that Dr. Martin Luther King spoke about was a dream where he said where all of us will join hand in hand one day. These children will play with these children, that we will all just come together.
Unity was another big message, and it was clear through the words of multiple speakers, including Southside High School senior Devin Davis, who says having unity is especially important to talk about current events collectively.
It's important stuff that needs to be talked about, and then there's like the smaller level of there's not enough people coming together to speak out and use their own voices.
Yeah, I think they were really driving home the importance of his legacy and how we continue to remember his teachings and his inspiration and his words into life today.
Yeah. When we did the morning show, you had a quote from Dr. King that kind of focused on, I would say, volunteerism or helping others,
right,
and kind of putting yourself aside and looking to the needs of others. And I love that aspect of who he was and his teachings, looking beyond, looking to those that need help, volunteering in general. I think is so critical. And people don't realize how rewarding it can be, not only for the people you're helping, but for yourself. that feeling of pride and giving back, I think, is a better way to put it. So I like that message that he put out there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of events and service events as well, there are many across Eastern Carolina this morning and throughout the day today. I wrote up a list. We do have all of the details on our website, WITN.com. We have right at the top spot, there should be a story all about all of these events, but if you're looking for just a few, we have a few. These are just a few in Greenville. There will be a Martin rally at 9:30 this morning. It'll start at CM Epps Gym, the parking lot there, and then it'll head over to the Pitt County Courthouse. So again, 9:30, and then there's going to be another day of service at ECU Student Center at the Black Box Theater. They'll begin that at 10 a.m. and you can head on over there between 10 and noon. There's going to be a breakfast starting soon, in a little bit, 7:30. So if you want to hop in your car now, maybe give yourself a few minutes for getting your car ready to go. But if you want to head over to the ECU Murphy Center, there's going to be a breakfast followed by a program there commemorating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And then at River Park North, they have another day of service as well, starting at 9 a.m. They're going to be working on some trail maintenance and picking up some trash and other kind of debris along the trails there. So if you're looking for a little bit of volunteerism and things to do on if you have this day off, what better way to head out to one of these events?
I agree, and really almost every community in Eastern North Carolina, something is going on out there.
Yep.
So there's a lot of opportunities, obviously a lot of different times. Regardless of what time you're headed out to an event or one of these ceremonies to honor Dr. King, it will be chilly. Cold to chilly, AM to PM. Let's dig into the details. We'll go over to the weather computer. And really, the numbers are going to stay cold for a while. We'll probably get some 50s in here late week, but that's the exception to the colder rule. Sunny, cold, breezy, highs upper 40s this afternoon. Generally a west turning southwest wind at about 10 to 15. Patchy black ice early. I wanted to start with a live shot. If you look closely at this, you can see the some of the puddles. They're not puddles anymore. They're little patches of ice, one of the parking lots there in Goldsboro. And that's representative of what you're going to find generally all inland areas. Little areas of ice here and there on some walkways, some parking lots, maybe some bridges and overpasses. Patchy black ice across most inland areas this morning. So be smart, be safe, slow down a little bit. If you do have to drive, keep your car under control. No heavy braking, no hard turns if you can avoid it. Obviously, that's not always the case. And if it looks wet, assume that it may be icy. If you're driving down the road, you're like, oh, the roads are wet. They're not. They're probably a little black ice out there here and there this morning. So yeah, be safe, be smart out there. I think by 9 a.m. that risk will be going away quickly as the sun lifts up. But again, my porch had a little ice on it this morning. We talked about our cars, Gigi and I, and the work we had to do. It was walking as well. A few slick spots here and there getting to my car this morning, so be safe as you head out. All right, let's dig into the forecast. Satellite radar, you can see that moisture clearing out last night as the cold air rushed in, and generally we're left behind with a clear sky. Bernice saying a little bit of fog over there in Duplin County. If you're seeing a little fog, I don't think there's much, but those that do have it, that'll be freezing fog. That can be dangerous as well. Temps below freezing. If you're driving in fog and your car thermometer is below freezing, that can exacerbate any black ice out there, create more potential slick spots on some of those bridges. So be careful on the roads, bottom line. Air temp, 27, 26 inland, let's call it mid-20s well inland, the low 30s on the coast, and again, the wind's not much, maybe 5, just enough to keep a heavy fog out of here. And you can see the wind chill value is about 5 degrees below the air temp, worthy of a burr, no doubt, Bernice. Cold stuff. Layer up as you head out. Try to get to 50 this afternoon. I think most of us will fall just shy of that. Model spitting out a straight 50 maybe to the south this afternoon. Mid-40s on the beaches. And tomorrow we'll take another 10 off that. Near 50 today. Tomorrow, yeah, about 40 degrees for the high. That 25 in the morning feels a little chillier with a little wind blowing. Those temps, not a lot of fun the next several days. Let's talk big map. I want to get you towards the end of the week. Interesting scenario for the upcoming upcoming weekend. Most people don't like it when I say interesting in the winter season. Let's talk about this. Today, quiet, sunny, cold. That reinforcing front. See that next cold front? That blasts through tonight. No clouds, no precip. It just reinforces what we've got. Bitter cold start. Mid-20s tomorrow morning as we return to work, a lot of us. And the highs tomorrow again with that cold air locked in. Upper 30s near 40. Blue skies, I-95, Maine to Miami. Nothing going on. All right, watch back to the west. We'll get you into mid-late week. This first front, no worries. Wednesday, we should get back to 50, and then I think Thursday, the front stalls at or just north of us. That mild, I might push that a little closer. Mid-50s, cool, probably a better word, but the cold kind of eases a little bit late week. Stray shower Thursday, Friday. Watch this low back to the west. There's Friday morning. A lot of clouds, stray shower Friday. Most of the miles not that wet. This one says we will get a little rain on Friday. And then this storm back over Texas, Oklahoma, into Arkansas. This one will likely strengthen when it hits the east coast, the southeast coast. You can see the snow to the north, rain to the south. I'm not going to go further out in time than what you're seeing right there because it gets really speculative by the time we get into the weekend. But that storm is what we're going to be watching Saturday into Sunday to see how it comes together, how strong it gets, and where it tracks. You can see the weekend low out there moving to the northeast. If it tucks in close to the coast or more rain, this is a track further away. That allows the colder air to stay in with snow and a mix inland areas. Timing right now looks like Saturday night, Sunday. All right, that's a track more offshore. If that low tucks in closer to the coast, pulls a milder marine air in, it's more of a rain event. All right now it's leaning more to the cold side, but who knows this far out. A lot of details to be hammered out. So watching the upcoming weekend, coastal storm possible, heavy precip possible as we get into Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday. I mentioned that more southerly or offshore track equals potentially more snow. A closer track equals more rain across our area. Obviously monitoring everything very closely. There's that chance too that the low could drive down towards the Florida coast. If that happens, the moisture stays out and it's a non-event. That's a slimmer chance, but certainly it can't be ruled out as well. So kind of working on that forecast for you over the weekend. Right now, you just want to be aware of that potential. We'll hammer out the details for you the next few days, let you know how it's shaking out. It does look colder, though, and wetter than this last storm, and that could have some significant implications. 8-day, quiet today, tomorrow, Wednesday, 48 today, 40 tomorrow, 50 Wednesday, mid-50s Thursday, Friday, clouds with a shower or two, and then again 40 to 60 right now on that weekend precipitation chance. Look at the air temps there as we get into Sunday night, teens to upper 20s Monday, depending on how deep that cold air digs in behind that coastal storm. So Gigi is kind of like a little deja vu, although this storm looks stronger with more moisture and potentially colder air than the one we saw yesterday. That may mean a more significant type event, but I'm not going to commit to anything this far out. You shouldn't either. Don't say this is going to happen or that. You're going to see a lot of different sources saying a lot of different things. The closer we get, the better the details. This far out, there's no certainty of the forecast yet.
Yeah, don't go rushing to the grocery stores just yet. We've got a few days. You've got some sunshine on tap for the next few days. Obviously a little bit chilly out there, but not dealing with any kind of rain or precipitation for the next few days.
No, very dry. Watch this morning.
Right.
There are definitely icy spots out there, both on sidewalks and some roadways here and there. If you're driving through fog, that increases the risk for a slick spot or two. Keep that in mind. I think as we get past 9 a.m., we should be in a pretty good place. That risk for black ice goes away. And then it's just chilly as we honor Dr. King today under blue skies with some cold numbers.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the update, Jim.
Sure.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. We got quite a few people on Facebook this morning. I'm seeing Bob's comment down here. Just got back from the Everglades. Sure was nice there, and now you're back to the chilly Eastern Carolina weather.
Yeah, Bob, I owe you a phone call. I'll give you a buzz over the next few days. Good time to go to the Everglades.
I know,
cold as it's been,
I know. Lucky. All right. Well, and also good morning to Susan from Stumpy Point and George as well, and Amanda from the Maysville, Jacksonville area. Thanks so much all for tuning in, letting us know that it's Very cold out there, but stay warm, bundle up, and be careful on those roads out there. We'll be back again at 8 a.m. for another news and weather update. Have a great one.
Take care.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.